I'm Kyle Miller, and this is the Compromise of 1850. The Compromise of 1850 was a package of 5 separate bills regarding the status of territory gained from the Mexican-American War. The first one was that Texas surrendered its claim to New Mexico, as well as claims above the Missouri Compromise line, transferred public debt to the federal government, and retained Texas Panhandle. The second one was that California became part of the Union as a free state. The third was that the South prevented the adoption of the Wilmot Proviso that would have outlawed slavery in the new territories, and the New Mexico Territory and Utah Territory could decide in the future to become slave states. The fourth was that the most concrete Southern gains were a stronger Fugitive Slave Act, the enforcement of which outraged Northern public opinion and preservation of slavery in the national capital. Fifth and final bill was that the slave trade was banned in Washington, D.C. After the Compromise of 1850 was passed, the Union celebrated as they thought that it had saved them in the battle against slavery. However, the slave states were outraged.
Yeah, it sucks for you. Now it's vocabulary time.
The first word we have today is the Missouri Compromise line. The Missouri Compromise line was a line that marked the border of free states and slave states west of the Mississippi River. The second word we have today is the Texas Panhandle. The Texas Panhandle consists of the northernmost 26 counties of Texas, and it's mostly desert, and it's terrible, kind of like here. The third word is the Wilmot Proviso, and the Wilmot Proviso was like a law that would have outlawed slavery in the new states. Now for my final thoughts. Alright, so my final thought is that I think that ultimately the Compromise of 1850 was for the greater good, because it eventually led to the Civil War, which abolished slavery in the United States, which was pretty mighty. It was mighty fine. It was divine. So because we pride our country on being like free, and freedom to all, equal rights, and all that. But the slavery was just it wasn't doing that. It was like pretty much breaking our main focus as a country, and so this is great, because if we were still a slave country, we wouldn't be as grand as we are now. And because of this package of 5 laws named Compromise of 1850, that could happen and slavery could go away. But it might not have directly led to the Civil War, but it led to people having other ideas about slavery, and made some Southerners pretty ticked off, and which made them mad, which made them want to hurt people, which they did hurt people. And even though that it was more American deaths than any war in the Civil War that was created by the Compromise of 1850, it doesn't really count because it was a civil war. So it's like Americans versus Americans. So I'm assuming that we're all siding with the Union here, because I hope so, because it's anti-slavery. So this is a good thing for us, anti-slave people. This is a good thing. So yeah, it's good stuff.